parents of the late Deborah Samuel of Shagari College of Education, Sokoto State, have described the death of their daughter as sad and painful, saying they have left her killers to God. Recall that the remains of Deborah were laid to rest in her hometown, Tunga, Magajia, in Rijau local government area of Niger State on Saturday evening. She was stoned to death and set ablaze on Thursday by her fellow students for allegedly making a blasphemous statement on a WhatsApp group against Prophet Muhammad. Reacting to the death of their daughter, the bereaved parents said they have nothing to say or do regarding the loss of their child, but have decided to leave everything in the hands of God. Speaking with Daily Post, the father, Mr. Emmanuel Gaba, a security personnel with the Niger State Water Works Corporation at Tunga Magajia, said, "We can't say or do anything except to take it easy as an act of God. We have left all to God. We have decided to take it like that." On who brought back the body of his deceased daughter from Sokoto State, the father explained that he personally went and brought back her remains to be buried. "I personally went and brought back the body and my daughter to enable me to bury my own child. This is because keeping her in the morgue will not return her back. When I got there, I met government officials and made them understand the need to allow me to take her back home, and they agreed with me. When we got to the morgue, those in charge asked me to sign the necessary documents, and I did. They released the corpse to me." On who paid for the transportation, Gaba said, "I personally paid the sum of 120,000 to the driver out of many that refused to convey her back home, and it is because of the condition of the remains. Most drivers we approached all refused. We approached all refused except one." Confirming the call by the Sokoto state government that the body of his daughter should not be returned home, the father of the deceased stated, "The government wanted me to leave the remains. When they called me, I said no. They should allow me to please bury my daughter." Also, the mother, Mrs. Harry Emmanuel, told her reporters that Deborah was the second of the 7 children, adding that it is so sad to have lost her at such a young age, whom they were relying on to help support them in the future. On her medical condition, the mother of the deceased explained that she is stable now and discharged from the hospital where she was admitted upon hearing the news of the gruesome murder of her daughter. Amid tears, Mrs. Harry stated, "I have nothing to say. I am grateful to God and for your efforts. I have given God my heart and may God strengthen me. We have nothing to say. Because of what happened to me, I will no longer send my children to schools where so much money is involved. Because of our education, the education of some of our siblings suffered as it is so difficult to care for them all at the same time. And now things are difficult for us." Also, our elder brother, Nakaka Gaba, when asked for his reaction, he simply stated, "I have nothing to say. We are pained by what happened, but we have left all to God." On why their daughter answered Deborah Samuel instead of a Gaba, the father further added, "She has been living with my brother since she was in primary school and had been using the name." This is so sad. What are they going to do? They are not going to do anything. They can't say anything. They don't do anything. Those who did what they did, they are rejoicing, they are happy. And those who are supposed to be custodian of our culture, custodian of our system, they are there telling us that you don't cross red line. You don't cross red line at this age and time. At this age and time. Okay. Our God is the voice of the voiceless, the defender of the weak and the comforter of the sorrowful. His mercy will speak for you and strengthen you at these most difficult times. Your daughter does not die in vain, as his blood will ask for vengeance. It is well with you, sir. Be consoled. God is watching. May Deborah's soul rest in peace. God will be the one to punish the offenders. I'm sure that voice of the innocent soul we continue to carry or cry for justice. We don't even need to be in the same country with this kind of people. They kill for no reason. And a lot of people have come out to say, no, that is not how Islam is. That is not how it is. But some people, they just say, some people just believe that, oh, this is how it is. So there's that division, the way what people believe and what other people do not believe, but they are the same. They are worshiping or they are practicing the same religion. So, but that is what it is. I think at this age and time, it is at this junction, it is the government that needs to take the action, that need to take charge. But you can imagine what the government is saying. Buhari was putting caveats. They are going to investigate, they are going to do probing and what have you. But they should just make sure that people should not say this life. If you think that everything is going to work straight or everything is going to work in your way, you think it's going to be like that. Even during the what is it called? During the military time, as tough as it was, people were still talking. A lot of people really left the country. A lot of people went on exile, but people were still talking. No matter how strong, how difficult the situation could be, people will still talk. You can't expect 1 million people to behave the same way. You can't expect 200 million to behave the same way. Everybody cannot behave the same way. Even in the so-called country, Western world, that they have stronghold on their people, on their system. People still misbehave. They have all the laws in place, but people still misbehave. I always ask that all these people that always commit one atrocities or the other in all this Western world, but they know that at the end of the day they will still get them. But these people will still go and do what they want to do. They don't care. So it is not by okay, everybody must do like this. You must see people who will do and undo, no matter the law you put in place, no matter what. So you coming to say that the next thing, if somebody offends you, the next thing is for you to take the person's life by yourself, to take the person's life, to take laws into your hands. And that is what the so-called the painful part and the fearful part and the dangerous part in this whole thing is some of the political leaders and some of the religious leaders coming out outrightly to tell us that oh, you know what, you can't do this, you can't do that, she deserves what you get, you cannot cross the red line. Says who? Hmm. It's just unfortunate. What can we say to the parents? God will console them. Thank God. No matter what, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. But there's karma and there's God who watches all of us, who watches over everyone, who is in the business of and who is in charge of the affairs of men. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. It's so disheartening. It's so worrisome.